Join us now for the National Day Parade 2020 morning show, coming to you live from the Padang.
Happy birthday, Singapore, and a warm welcome to the National Day Parade 2020. I'm Arnold Gay.
And I'm Yasmin Yonkers. NDP 2020 special for a number of reasons. We're live from many different locations across the island, on TV, radio, and online.
Our theme for NDP 2020 is Together a Stronger Singapore. It's also a tribute to our unsung heroes.
And two parts to today's celebration, an evening show later at 7, and from the Padang very soon.
But first, a view from 7 different locations, including Changi Airport, the Lifelong Learning Institute, and the NCID.
NTUC Fair Price Hub at Jukun, Enabling Village at Lengkok Bahru, North Vista Secondary School at Sengkang, and Kampong Admiralty all joining in the celebrations today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the National Day Parade 2020, held at the historical Padang grounds. The Padang is where we held Singapore's first National Day Parade in 1966 after gaining independence. It is symbolic that even in a challenging year like this, we continue to hold our National Day Parade to celebrate our nation's resilience and strength, just as we have done over the past 54 years. The theme of this year's parade is Together a Stronger Singapore, which is a rallying call to all Singaporeans to unite as one and emerge from the challenges stronger as a nation. As part of our nation's initiative to show our heartfelt appreciation to our frontline fighters and essential workers who have stepped up courageously during this period, the parade will dedicate our gratitude to this group of unsung heroes in a special segment later.
And this morning, the parade favorites will once again be pulling out all the stops to wish Singapore a happy birthday.
Though, Arnold, it's more compact as a parade this year to meet safe distancing guidelines. You will meet 4 main contingents here today, the men and women from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Singapore Police Force.
Now, they're supported by the combined band made up of musicians from the Singapore Armed Forces and the Police Force. And together, these 4 contingents form the Guard of Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade and ceremony segment this year features the state colors and the Guard of Honor contingents proudly formed by the Singapore Army, the Republic of Singapore Navy, the Republic of Singapore Air Force, and the Singapore Police Force. The state colors are accompanied by the parade Regimental Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer David Ling Ta Wei.
And onto the manicured greens they file onto in perfect step, safely distanced as well. And shortly, the 25-pounders will be in view for the 21-gun salute. We're looking forward to that. Plus, President Halimah will arrive, along with Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong.
And the parade commander this year is Lieutenant Colonel Ong Kok Cheng, the CEO of 11th Command Control Communications, Computers and Intelligence Battalion.
Kawalan Komandan, 반단 그하다반 반단 가라 고왔단 사랑대 리
This year's parade commander is Lieutenant Colonel Ong Kok Cheng, Commanding Officer 11th Command, Control, Communications, Computers and Intelligence Battalion. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our Speaker of Parliament, Members of Parliament and office holders.
가라 고왔단 사랑대 야
The MP is led by Speaker of Parliament Mr. Tan Chuan Jin, who's also MP at Marine Parade GRC. And we see some brand new faces, Arnold, not so new faces too, and of course the veterans we've come to know over the years.
A proud moment for all of them, no doubt.
Now let's put our hands together to welcome our cabinet ministers, senior minister and deputy prime minister.
Cabinet ministers dressed in what's now the traditional red and white for National Day, a show of unity to represent our theme, Together a Stronger Singapore.
And there is our Deputy Prime Minister Heng Swee Keat. They're all arriving to the familiar NDP 2003 theme song, One United People.
가라 고왔단 사랑대 리
We're taking you back to Changi Airport, the Lifelong Learning Institute, and also NCID, to show you how Singaporeans all across the island are celebrating this National Day parade as well.
Big waves from NTUC Fair Price Hub at Joo Koon, the Enabling Village at Lengkok Bahru, and more. The Prime Minister will arrive soon.
가라 고왔단 사랑대 야
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of our Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong.
Prime Minister Lee received by the Chief of Defence Force, Lieutenant General Melvin Yong.
가라 고왔단 허맛 parliamentary 허맛 전야 딱 가라 고왔단 루소 전야 딱
So now we look around.
And the Prime Minister, of course, attending the National Day parade for his 16th time as Prime Minister.
This is not his first National Day engagement this morning, Arnold. He just spoke with us at 10 o'clock, making many very motivational statements.
He did. He talked about how this is a virtual parade.
사랑대 리
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Next up, the combined band made up of members from the Singapore Armed Forces and Singapore Police Force will perform a rendition of We Are Singapore.
Combined band conducted by military expert 4 Ignatius Wang Kerbin. And this is a song that really features in a very big way every 9th of August.
It does. No parade ever complete without music for the ceremonial segments, but also getting the mood and the pace right as well.
And the job, of course, given to the combined band today, the SAF and the police.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to welcome our President, Madam Halima Yaakob.
And President Halima also welcomed by the Chief of Defence Force, Lieutenant General Melvin Yong. She is here, Madam Halima, for her third NDP as Head of State.
And she will lead the national anthem moment shortly.
Hormat President, hormat senjata.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Madam President, the parade is formed up and ready for your inspection, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, our President, Madam Halima Yacob, will now inspect the parade. As a mark of respect, the 25-pounder guns will fire a 21-gun salute in a tribute to our President. This year, the gun salute is executed by the gunners from the 23rd Battalion Singapore Artillery, right here at the Padang.
In the absence of the usual crowd, President Halima Yacob recognizes the servicemen and women on behalf of the nation. These are the officers who rose to the occasion this year in the fight against COVID-19. They were involved in so many things like mask distribution, contact tracing, health surveillance, mass testing, and so much more.
Now, these four Guard of Honor contingents represent the military and civil defense components of the 5 pillars of total defense. Representing the Singapore Armed Forces this year are the servicemen from the 1st Commando Battalion. This is their 16th consecutive year winning the Best Combat Unit Award.
And next up, the President makes her way to the Republic of Singapore Navy contingent, represented by the Naval Diving Unit. Very proud in all white. All hands on deck for them during the circuit breaker, phase 1 and beyond, ensuring the safety of Singapore's waters during the outbreak. And these were the men and women who continued checking on our merchant ships and other vessels passing through Singapore's waters to help maintain the confidence of the global maritime community. All throughout the crisis, the Air Force personnel stayed at Singapore's air bases to maintain operationally ready to protect Singapore's skies, right, Arnold? And they're going to be on it next.
That's right. These are the men and women from the Air Force. President Halima is talking to military expert Wan Lorraine Lim, an Air Force engineer. Now, she graduated from Temasek Polytechnic with a diploma in aerospace electronics. Emmy Lim is an on-job trainee at the 815 Squadron, and she specializes in the maintenance of the electronics of our F-16s.
Definitely part of the team protecting our skies, men and women from the RSAF. And President Halima is about to say hello and inspect the men and women from the Singapore Police Force.
Now, during the pandemic, these officers stepped up their presence and played a critical role in the community. performing contact tracing, securing quarantine facilities, and also enforcing circuit breaker measures. And this pandemic has highlighted not just the resilience of our servicemen and women, but their ability to complete every mission assigned.
I want to sing a song for Singapore. With every generation, there's more to be grateful for. So come and sing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us wave our flags and welcome our president.
You're my brother, you're my sister. I'm thankful for my Singapore. My Singapore. Come together, everybody.
A very proud moment for President Halima, who is a firm supporter of our frontline fighters. Some of them are here with us at the Padang today, and she has on numerous occasions applauded their sense of duty and compassion.
And today she leads the nation in the tribute to our frontline fighters.
The guard of honor will now execute the feu de joie, or fire of joy, to celebrate our nation's birthday.
Kalan Kombatan akan tembak perisua. Isikan tu. Hormat. Tembak. Isikan lagi. Hormat. Tembak. Isikan lagi. Hormat. Tembak. Kalan Kombatan datang senja. Tak. Kalan Kombatan rusuk senja. Tak. Madam President, may I have a permission to perform a salute to our frontline fighters and essential workers, and thereafter march off the parade, ma'am.
Madam President will now take her seat.
This is home, truly, where I know I must be, where my dreams wait for me, where that river always flows.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we commemorate 55 years of independence, let us not forget the unsung heroes who have been working tirelessly when our nation was hit by the challenges from the COVID-19 pandemic. From the frontliners to the supporting staff in the vital services which have kept Singapore going, this group of Singaporeans have been courageously working and serving our community to protect us. They serve with courage and a big heart, and all Singaporeans are appreciative of the sacrifices that they have made. A group of them are here with us this morning representing their teammates. To show our appreciation for their commitment and professionalism, the parade will now perform a salute as a tribute to all frontline fighters and essential workers who have contributed to the fight against COVID-19.
Kalan Kombatan, hormat, senja. Tak.
Let's put our hands together for our frontline fighters and essential workers who have made a difference in this fight. To everyone who has contributed, thank you. Let's continue supporting each other as we overcome the challenges ahead.
Kawalan kehormatan, rusuk senjata!
You've seen a view from the outside, this is a view from the inside. Our roar of unity making their way across the island in tribute.
It's one where people care about the interests of others.
Where we fight adversity as one. Times like these are really testing, but we are confident in our abilities and one another. After all, the dark is where the light shines brighter.
Mr. Van, how are you feeling today? Can you share about your The Daisy mentioned to Hello, Mr. Bobby.
If you're in the eastern side of Singapore, look up and you might see the roar of unity as it salutes staff at Changi General Hospital.
Yeah, the frontline fighters taking a moment there. Look at them. They're celebrating with the nation Singapore's 55th birthday, and they're about to receive a very special message from the F-15's SGs.
Heading 050 over Changi. This is the roar of unity for all the frontline heroes. Thank you for your sacrifices. Happy birthday, Singapore.
A message received loud and clear by the very excited service staff, happy to join the celebration. Some of them clearly moved.
Yep.
CGH, the first of 6 destinations in this unity fly past.
The others are Alexandra, Tan Tok Seng, KKH, SGH, the NCID, as well as NUH.
This year, we'll be bringing the celebrations to the heartlands. We will be paying tribute to the frontline fighter through the mobile collar.
All your efforts and sacrifices will not be forgotten.
This truly represents the strength of our nation.
Happy 55th birthday, Singapore.
Welcome to NDP 2020. My name is Hosan Leong. This year, we're going to bring NDP live to you from across the entire island. Now, on the roads, the mobile column will take 5 different routes: north, northeast, south, southeast, and west, right into the heartlands. So if you see our military assets in your neighborhoods, I want you to wave your flags in the air and make as much noise as you possibly can. But please always remember to observe safe distancing. Are you guys ready? Let's get the NDP 2020 show on the road.
And the parade is now in Bedok, Arnold, led by Singapore's very own battle tank. It is the Leopard 2 SG.
Yep, the Leopard 2 SG is Singapore's main battle tank. As you can see, it's huge,
Ooh.
very intimidating on the battlefield and well armored.
It takes up almost 2 lanes, doesn't it?
And close behind is the Bionics, an armored fighting vehicle about 25 tons in weight and boasting exceptional firepower.
This is the light strike vehicle, the LSV. It's compact, capable of traveling fast over rough terrain.
And here comes the Terex infantry carrier vehicle. Despite its size, the Terex is air portable, meaning it can be airlifted into battle. It can also travel through water, ensuring swift and safe movement of infantry across the battlefield. And this is the 5-tonner carrying frontline fighters. Don't forget, NDP 2020 is about paying tribute to our frontliners as well.
The torpedo, a heavyweight torpedo going on the streets of Bedok right now.
And we've come a long way since the first mobile column rolled across the streets of Singapore back in 1969. It's a timely and solemn reminder of the battle we face today, one that will require not just military might, but the full force of total defense. Everyone a soldier and a frontline fighter, moving together to safeguard this place we call home.
Our military is united and strong.
They're very brave,
courageous.
Our military service has complex weapon system that made our military service a powerful, cohesive unit.
We depend and look up to our military.
They are the first line of defense.
They are at the airport trying to make sure people are safe.
It is very heartwarming, them preparing masks for the nation.
Sacrificing their time.
That's very admirable of them. The mobile shows us that we are our own defense.
It's actually pretty spectacular to me, and I want to see them like go by.
I'm very much in awe when I see them. They're putting their lives at stake. It's not something everyone can do. And
they are very friendly. Even sometimes I see them, they smile.
Thank you for putting in your hard work in celebrating the Singapore's birthday.
I know you've been working hard all this time.
For your efforts in protecting Singapore.
During this period of time, most importantly.
I feel very proud of you guys.
Keep up the good work and continue doing so.
Now the mobile column making its way past Bedok View Secondary School.
You know, these are the students from the school, along with their family members who've been invited to enjoy Sunday, Singapore's 55th birthday. You know, what else turns 55 this year, Arnold?
It's the Army. Army 55. So dual celebration.
We go to the second mobile column shortly onto the streets of Bukit Merah. See you then.
I'm Ravi. This is my lovely wife, Kyle Lily. My elder son, Ashwin. Then my younger son, Premnath. We doesn't know he's the special kid. Then we bring him to a doctor, specialist. Then the doctor is the one like diagnosed with a mild autistic. Actually, we doesn't know anything about Ava at first. How we know means like from Ashwin's school. Ashwin's social worker. We talked to her regarding the school fees because very tough for us to pay the school fees. I one person only work for the whole family. What I learned was life is not a straight road. You must come out and tell your problem. There is always a solution. I mean, so be strong. Just think positively. Simple as that. You can achieve anything you want. Yeah.
My name is Diljan. I'm a mother of 2. I'm a housewife and also home baker. Cooking is my passion and also volunteering. I love to meet people, especially the senior citizens. I see them living alone. They every day buy food at the coffee shops, but actually they don't really love the food. They want a home cooked food, but their children only come once a month because of their busyness, right? So when I see them love something that I prepare for them, I'm happy in that sense. It really makes my day.
Fauzi Laili here, reporting live from Bukit Merah, and here I have with me is Miss Diljan. Good morning, Miss Diljan.
Good morning, Fauzi.
All right, it was so inspiring to watch your stories on the video just now. So what made you want to give back to the community like that?
Okay, for me, volunteering is one of my passions and always do good what my heart tells me to.
Oh, that's very nice of you. So what has this experience taught you?
Okay, it's easy to reach out. We can always begin with being friendly, lending hands to our neighbors, providing listening ears, and also giving cooked food is always a good start for me in making friends.
Cooked food definitely sounds great right now. So what is your one wish for Singapore's 55th birthday?
Together, we all can stay safe.
Definitely. Staying safe definitely depends on you. But as for now, the mobile column, here they come.
Thank you, Fauzi. Second mobile column making its way down the central part of Singapore in Bukit Merah, led of course by Singapore's main battle tank, Leopard 2SG.
Look at the size of these main battle tanks. In your shot right now is the armored recovery vehicle. Now this is the Hunter. This is a very special vehicle because this was jointly developed by ST Engineering, DSTA and the SAF, and 100% made in Singapore.
They're going to be replacing the M113s, familiar name to NS men in Singapore.
And this is the light strike vehicle that we've seen before in the first mobile column as well.
And the Terex is here in Bukit Merah too.
This is an infantry carrier.
The frontline fighters get a ride on the 5-tonner.
Yeah.
Nice moment for them. The HIMARS, the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. It's a light multiple rocket launcher on wheels used by the Army.
Coming up is the Spider, an air defense system used by the Air Force. Fast and lethal, it offers protection against a wide range of air threats.
Here's the Harpoon, surface-to-surface missile used by the Navy against enemy ships. The Harpoon uses active radar homing and flies just above the water to evade defenses. Happy people in Bukit Merah.
Very happy to see the mobile column.
The Naval Diving Unit, led by Contingent Commander Major Daniel Chow. The 3rd Guard of Honor contingent is formed by the men and women from the Republic of Singapore Air Force, led by Contingent Commander.
This flag gives me a sense of belonging to this country.
When the Chinook flies with the flag, it's a very significant moment for me.
Seeing the flag fly high gives me that sense that this young nation is capable of anything.
When I was deployed overseas for 2 years, when I miss home, I think of the flag and it helped me get through the tough times.
I really love seeing the flag. It reminds me of the effort and hard work that many of our fellow citizens have put together. It can remind all of us, as we come together as a nation, we can definitely overcome anything.
And this is the result of all that hard work and preparation.
The state flag being carried over various parts of Singapore by the Chinook, and it's escorted by 2 Apache helicopter gunships. It's now over in Choa Chu Kang. And it's going by at a speed, Arnold, where we can really take nice photos of it.
Yes,
Perhaps little videos as well.
Yep.
If you're in Simei, here's your chance.
And this is the route taken by the 2 flags this morning. One on the eastern part of Singapore and one on the western part of Singapore.
Just another way that we're decentralizing NDP 2020 this year so that all of you can get front row seats to several parts of the parade.
Let's go to the western part of Singapore now, where the state flag is pretty close to Safti Tower in Jurong West.
And over in the east, it's flying over Pasir Ris.
And you're looking at a replay of the 6 F-15 SG Eagles which journeyed across the island earlier this morning.
Holding on to their Delta formation, they flew over Tan Tock Seng, Singapore, in the central part of Singapore. Staff, as ever, ready and welcome to, or at least ready and happy, I should say, to welcome that roar of unity. I imagine you get a good view from the windows of the hospitals as well.
It would be a fantastic view.
Yeah, not just for those on the rooftops. We don't forget about the NCID today as well.
Yep, they went next, I should say, to KK. To salute frontline fighters there as well.
You're looking at faces of truly dedicated personnel who've gone beyond the call of duty to care for our nation.
Let's take you back to the state flag, which is over the main port area of Singapore. COVID-19 has tested our economic defense severely over the past few months.
But we kept our commitment to free and open trade, maintaining our supply chains and staying open to overseas markets. The National Port Operator PSA, a key player in this effort.
Sometimes we might not see our contribution to the economy.
We are able to contribute by keeping supply chains going.
We have a way of contributing to the economy, such as growing impossible food produce in impossible places.
To combat and improve our society's economic defense, we have ambitious targets to increase solar capacity by 7 times in 10 years.
We keep the port running smoothly 24/7 so that people in Singapore can get what they need, including food and necessities.
Through this hard time, we actually had doubled up. The farm sales surged 3.5 times. Packaging, ingredient, all increased by 2 to 3-fold.
Our hardworking frontline staff work around the clock to keep goods on the shelf.
My wish is for all of us to continue working together as one so that Singapore can
do our best to serve the community and do what we can
to power our economy and keep the lights on in our homes.
And endeavor to make more produce for the country needs.
And stay ahead as a keynote of the global supply chain.
If trade is key to our economy, then keeping our maritime borders open and protecting vital sea lanes are critical. We take you to the waters of Marina Bay for something we haven't seen in 20 years, a maritime sail pass.
The Republic of Singapore Navy operates beyond our waters to ensure freedom of navigation and to secure global supply chains. And vessels like the landing ship tank, our frigates and missile corvettes are at the forefront of these roles.
And as a tribute to our nation's 55th birthday, these vessels are conducting a ceremonial salute, you see there right now, with personnel lined up along the decks. Now, the RSN also works very closely with other national maritime agencies as one united frontline to ensure our maritime security. This is the RSS Fearless, which has a command and control role. And they coordinate maritime responses with police coast guard vessels.
The SCDF playing an important role in providing firefighting, rescue and emergency ambulance services. We saw the red sailfish, the red manta right here, a heavy rescue vessel to deal with mass evacuation situations.
Now, the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore also patrols our busy waterways and conducts hydrographic surveys to provide accurate navigational information.
And coming up, our speedsters of the sea, built to be fast and respond to any incidents swiftly.
First in the formation, the Navy's specialized marine craft and the combatant craft medium.
This is the Coast Guard's PT-class patrol interdiction boat. And finally, SCDF's rapid response fire vessel.
And as we come to the end of the maritime sail pass, they're sounding their horns for a full 15 seconds.
It's a tribute to frontline fighters.
Pictures of our Roar of Unity paying tribute to frontline fighters at other hospitals around Singapore, Alexandra among them.
And of course, the good staff and good people over at Singapore General Hospital being honored today by very impressive airplanes. From the Roar of Unity, we take you back to the Padang, where President Halimah Yacob is about to lead the parade, very graciously, of course.
A very, very proud day for her, having witnessed her third NDP as head of state.
Oh, absolutely, Arnold. She's championed efforts to acknowledge our frontline workers, and I'm sure she's pleased with the entire parade being, at least paying tribute to all the people she cares about this morning.
It definitely was a truly moving and deserving tribute, which I'm certain was in turn appreciated by all frontline staff present at the Padang today.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wish our President, Madam Halimah Yacob, a happy National Day as she takes her leave.
And she's being seen off by the Chief of Defence Force, Lieutenant General Melvin Ong.
We go back to the skies. The beautiful state flag elegantly flying over MacRitchie Reservoir, the green lung in the heart of our island.
And also Marine Crescent.
And just behind, of course, you see Marina Bay Sands, where we understand from the Prime Minister this morning that there's going to be an NS Square right by there. A community space for all.
We're at Labrador Park now, the state flag.
And a
Pongo.
treat for the young families by the waterfront.
High right. So as the room leader, you lead the room.
Then we catch a glimpse of our free fallers coming into the
The Red Lions busy this morning at Ng Teng Fong General Hospital, where they made a surprise drop. 10,000 feet up in the air and seconds away from being airborne. Some of the best jumpers in the SAF about to say hello to the good people waiting for them around the Ng Teng Fong General Hospital.
Once again, this is the team that landed near the Ng Teng Fong General Hospital. This is a very accomplished team. They have logged nearly 6,000 jumps between them. This is the first time the Red Lions are landing near homes. So they are literally bringing the parade to the doorsteps of Singaporeans.
You know, it's extremely tough to qualify as a Red Lion. It could take a paratrooper up to 10 years before he and she can even be considered for an NDP jump like the ones today.
And it's actually very difficult to do a jump like this because they have to deal with not just windy conditions, but there are also a lot of tall buildings in the area.
First touchdown this morning by Ng Teng Fong General Hospital. Second Warrant Officer Sim Chi Jin, the team leader.
That's First Warrant Officer Chu Eng Sing, who is a Red Lions banner jumper.
It says One Singapore. Next up to touchdown, Master Warrant Officer Ng Chin Han. Another banner jumper in Master Sergeant Lee Boon Huat.
This is First Warrant Officer Ivan Low. And last but not least, the flag carrier, Lieutenant Colonel Arnold Low.
In perfect step. Among them, this team's logged nearly 6,000 jumps. And the crowd was truly appreciative. Defying all those windy conditions and the tall buildings, they get so much happiness. And also give a lot of happiness to people over in Jurong East.
Absolutely. We will be leaving the Red Lions shortly to catch up with one of our mobile columns, now rumbling in the northern parts of Singapore. And what they're doing is a salute there, a tribute to the frontline workers who were waiting for them at the field this morning.
And you did say we're going to the northern part of Singapore, Arnold. So here we are in Yishun. And of course, this column actually is led by the next generation fast response car, used by the police to respond promptly to all incidents.
This one is the tactical armored vehicle used primarily in law and order situations.
And of course, if you're a driver, you always look out for the sound of the ambulance, knowing that, hey, it's time to keep left. Here's the ambulance from the Singapore Civil Defence Force. It's the Combined Platform Ladder 60 that's capable of extending 60 meters high for urban rescue. That's the vehicle that's just behind this SCDF ambulance.
The pump ladder. That ladder capable of extending 60 meters, as you were saying, for urban rescue.
Collectively, the teams and their vehicles key to nation building, making sure Singapore stays a strong, secure, and cohesive nation.
Hello, my name is Adam Idris. After serving NS with the SCDF, I walked away learning a lot of skills, CPR, firefighting, and I didn't want that to go to waste. So that's why when I came to SUTD, I signed up for the Civil Defence Line Hunters and subsequently the Civil Defence Auxiliary Unit.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a student and I'm from NUSCD Lion Hunters. Since joining as a Civil Defence volunteer, I've participated in first aid duties, and help to impart emergency preparedness skills to other members of the public. I hope that through these engagements, more people will be aware of the importance of learning basic life-saving skills.
I think it's very difficult to fully understand the impact on which volunteering would have on the community. It's sort of like bringing your own container when you tap out. It's so difficult to see what difference it will make, but you just have to trust in the process.
Most importantly, you must be willing to stand up and help out in any way that you can, no matter how small it may seem. Anyone can be a volunteer and a community first responder.
What an incredible montage of our two young heroes, Adam and Rachel. Say hi to your friends and families. Right, so both of you are volunteering with Civil Defence as Lionhearters. So Adam, you've been volunteering for about 2 years, and Rachel, yourself, you've been volunteering for 3 years. So I really want to know, why did you choose Home Team to volunteer with?
Well, I was inspired by their passion to learn and impart life-saving skills such as first aid, firefighting and CPR AED to members of the community.
Very impressive, and it sounds very challenging. And despite all these challenges, Adam, you still continue doing what you choose to do. So what inspires you?
Having learned life-saving skills during my NS, I felt it was responsible for me to continue giving back to society by empowering others and sharing what I learned. That's why I choose to volunteer.
Very nice, very impressive. Thank you so much, you guys. And we are live and direct from Yishun, and we would like to wish Singapore a very happy birthday!
From Yishun, we go to Sengkang to catch up with the second Red Lions team.
And like their teammates earlier this morning, these Red Lions made their jumps earlier and thrilled the crowds near the Sengkang General Hospital. 5 men with 1 female jumper who's also a banner carrier.
Everybody knew they were coming, and this morning being National Day, most people dressed in red and white. Well done.
We're looking at Second Warrant Officer Ong Kar Soon, who's the team leader. And you can see from the landing why these are Red Lions.
First Warrant Officer Lim Chun Heng. This is Major Neo Chun Chia. Third person in this 6-member team.
Now the 4th jumper is Second Warrant Officer Shirley Ng. She's a banner jumper.
This is 3rd Warrant Officer Jeffrey Heng. Thrilling crowds right by Sengkang General Hospital.
And carrying the Singapore flag is First Warrant Officer Melvin Ho, who is the final jumper. Again, a very accomplished team. Together they have made over 4,000 jumps.
Actually, the Red Lions were officially named Red Lions back in 1996, and ever since then they have just been absolute favorites at all SAF events, and of course every time National Day comes around, be it at Padang or at the National Stadium in days past.
They are definitely a highlight at all National Day parades.
And you're going to see them again right in front of Sengkang General Hospital later for a very special tribute.
And once again, paying tribute to our frontline workers and all essential workers.
We're still in Sengkang, Arnold, where the Red Lions team you saw just landed in the open field, and they're going to be linking up with the mobile column team.
Led by the Leopard 2 SG. As are all the mobile column teams this morning. behind the Leopard there is the Bionics. This is the Bionics.
The light strike vehicle. Lots of photos, I imagine, being taken by crowds over in Sengkang.
This one is the Terex. Oh, there's a frontliner as well in the Terex. And
more frontline fighters, Arnold.
That's right. They're accompanying all the mobile columns this morning on the 5-tonners.
Must be nice to be driven. And the frontline fighters right outside the Sengkang General Hospital, about to be paid tribute to by the Red Lions. Led by 2nd Warrant Officer Ong Kasoon right in the front there. He's the team leader. Close up as you can get for a tribute. They're going to be joined by 3 uniformed group students who will aid in presenting a token of appreciation to medical frontliners.
Now, this gift is called Gratitude from the Heart. They're drawings done by the public in appreciation of all the efforts of frontline fighters to keep us safe.
Gratitude from the Heart about to come into view. Actually, if you look very closely, you might just see a drawing perhaps that you made be included on this. And there we go. Look very closely. The drawings eventually to be presented to the National Healthcare Group, the National University Health System and Sing Health.
Each one artwork consisting of around 180 drawings from the public.
Definitely a nice moment there for a Wi-Fi selfie with the artwork. Displaying the importance of technology in our digital defense as we secure the future of Singapore.
So I joined RSVP in 2015 and have been volunteering since then. I went on the net, I looked up RSVP. I was impressed by the vast amount of opportunities they had for volunteering. When I was first asked to log on and learn how to use Zoom, I was actually very lost. RSVP helped me because they had Zoom lessons, so I became very comfortable with doing Zoom. When they asked if anybody would like to be the host for the first virtual open house for RSVP, I said, okay, I'll do it. You don't have to be like a master of technology, but you must know the basics. So these things were not important to me, but now they are. I'm still here and I hope to be here for many more years, and I don't want to be left behind. So in every aspect, Singapore as a whole, we have done very well. I think we all have to move with the times. We don't want to be left way behind. We want to be in a position to keep learning new things. And if this is the new world, the virtual world, then we have to be a part of it.
And we are tracking the final mobile column here in Jurong East to be exact.
Led by the Leopard 2 SGs. Actually, these mobile columns will be running all the way till lunchtime, so if you're lucky, they might just pass where you live. 5 mobile columns out and about in Singapore today as we bring NDP 2020 very close to you.
This one is the Bionics. And right behind the Bionics, you'll be able to see the light strike vehicle.
one of a few going around today. You know, the decentralized nature of this year's parade means you can enjoy the parade very close to you. And it's very rare, Arnold, to see so many different vehicles and vessels from different services come together. So it's a very rare opportunity.
It is. The five-tonner there
fighters.
with the frontline fighters, yep. This is a peacekeeper. Used primarily, as the name suggests, in peacekeeping operations.
The Navy's unmanned surface vessel. Here it is, providing maritime surveillance.
During my time, when go to school, also don't have pocket money. Times are hard. Got a job, we just go for it.
以前是很穷的呢，没有吃没有穿的呢，破了还要补嘞。
This pandemic thing is getting on everybody's nerves and all that. But I can see the determination, the spirit.
Since COVID-19, some parents might lose jobs and they will feel stressed out over difficulties they are facing.
My father's kind of the same, but my mother, she's grumpier, I can tell.
I feel like it's harder for them because they also have to take care of the kids.
I wish that Singapore can overcome COVID-19. Don't give up and be strong.
We have to take the challenges, and we can and will be the light to guide ourselves to a better future. Now we've got the mobile column behind us. You'll be hearing cheers from left, right and center. But I'm next to the ladies who wrote and sang Be the Light from Lianhua Primary School. Now my first question is, what do you want Singaporeans to feel when they listen to Be the Light?
I want them to feel encouraged when they listen to our song.
And inspired to bring out the best in them and be the light for the people around them.
Why do you think it's important for Singaporeans to be the light during the whole COVID-19 pandemic? Yes.
Because everyone is going through a difficult time during COVID-19.
The COVID-19 is the darkness, and we want to be the light that can shine.
We want to light up the whole of Singapore, and we want everybody to be positive.
Thank you very much for that. Now, ladies, can I request you give us a few lines of your song, Be the Light? I believe there are some actions as well, so anytime you're ready, take it away in 3, 2, 1, go. So let's be the light and make our world glow brighter, so that we can smile and shine. We can be the light for the world to be better. Light every heart, be the sun of hope. Thank you very much. Just giving you a big round of applause. Now, people at home want to clap for them as well. Let's take their advice and be the light for Singapore this National Day.
You're looking at a well-known landmark in Jurong East. Block 228 features icons of Singapore in the neighborhood on its facade.
Actually, we have a lot of art facades in various HDB estates.
We do.
This one's a good one, highlighting unique and special facets of the local community, faces of people that you and I know. And these works are often conceptualized by grassroots leaders and local artists, but residents are very much part of the creation process, lending their talents and, I guess, their faces too.
And that's it from us here at the morning show for NDP 2020. Now, don't forget, tonight we have an amazing lineup for the evening show.
That's right, Joachim. We can look ahead to a show that's all about living life to the fullest in our Lion City despite the challenges. Coming to you live from the Star Theatre at 7 p.m.
And you will want to catch for the first time ever the virtual choir featuring you if you submitted a clip of yourself.
Yes, that's absolutely right, and we will all be here. We're going to show the whole world that we can stand up for Singapore no matter what. So catch us live coming to you at 7 p.m. tonight. In the meantime, stay safe, stay happy, and stay tuned.
Now, the evening show starts at 7 p.m. It's going to be a great show. Don't miss it. I'm Arnold Gay with Yasmin Yonkers, wrapping up the morning segment of NDP 2020.
Like our President Halima Yaakob, and of course all the cabinet ministers and the MPs over at the Padang, we say goodbye for now, but we'll rejoin you from the Star Theatre later this evening at 7. Beautiful images of Singapore, the country we love, celebrating its 55th birthday. Happy birthday.
Have you heard them say the future is uncertain and everything must change? Well, all of my worries and all of my fears begin to lose their weight when I hold you near. If all that we are is what we believe, then I know I gotta be the change I wanna see. How easy we forget that everything takes time. No, nothing's ever perfect, I still call you mine. This is my country, this is my time. This is my future, this is my life. This is my family, these are my friends. We are Singapore, Singaporeans. This is my country, this is my flag. This is my future, this is my life.
This is my family, these are my friends. We are Singapore, Singaporeans.
And now, live from the Star Theatre, it's the National Day Parade 2020 Evening Extravaganza.
Because of who you are, I can be everything I am.
Happy birthday, Singapore, and welcome to the NDP 2020 Evening Show. I'm Arnold Gay.
And I'm Yasmin Yonkers. Get ready for celebrations indoors from the Star Performing Arts Centre.
Expect an intimate and meaningful show with inspiring and uplifting stories of Singaporeans during this pandemic.
Our tribute to frontline fighters and community heroes continues. Look out for the pledge moment and fireworks at 8:20.
And now coming to you live from the Star Vista, the NDP 2020 Evening Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Star Performing Arts Centre for NDP 2020. My name is Joachim Gomez.
And I'm Rebecca Lim. We are your hosts for tonight's show.
Now, you already know this is a very different and special NDP plan for you, but we're so thrilled to be able to give it to you right into your homes so that you can carry on celebrating National Day in your own way.
It's been a really challenging year so far, but even in these difficult times, we've seen Singaporeans come together in ways that are inspiring and heartwarming.
And tonight we pay tribute to the Singapore spirit that's resilient as well as enduring. Now, celebrations began earlier in the morning with a very special parade at the Padang. Let's have a look.
Highlights from the parade this morning, one that was compact and dignified because of safe distancing.
But no less moving and even more meaningful in the context of the pandemic.
President Halima Yaakob attending her third NDP as head of state, along with Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong.
Joining Singaporeans in a national anthem moment. Madam Halima also led a tribute to all frontline workers.
The parade then moved from the Padang to the rest of Singapore with the state flags flying across various parts. You saw them. Marine Crescent here. Also to Jurong West.
Our F-15s were also busy crisscrossing the island in tribute to our frontline workers. At Changi General Hospital, Tan Tock Seng, the NCID, KKH, they also visited Alexandra Hospital, and let's not forget NUH.
And from the moving roar of unity, waters of Marina Bay especially busy this morning with our first maritime sail past in 20 years. Ships from the Navy, Police, SCDF and Maritime Port Authority coming together to celebrate our nation's 55th birthday. And like the roar of unity, they paid tribute to our frontline workers.
Back on land, 5 mobile columns spread out to various parts of the island to bring the parade to everyone. Led by the Army's Leopard tanks, the columns also featured assets from the Navy, the Air Force, the SCDF and the police.
And to the Red Lions who paid tribute to essential workers at Sengkang in a very personal way, having earlier made their jumps nearby, with a separate team making a similar landing near Ng Teng Fong General Hospital.
And those were the key highlights from the National Day Parade this morning. It was amazing to see the parade and ceremony at the Padang, the maritime sail pass at Marina Barrage, not to mention the aerial fly pass over the heartlands of Singapore.
And it's not every day our fellow Singaporeans see the Red Lions in a mobile column in their own neighbourhoods. We are pretty sure that must have been a treat.
This year, we want to bring NDP into every Singaporean home so that we can all experience it together. To find out more about tonight's show, you can download our program by scanning the QR code or visit ndp.gov.sg.
And while you're doing that, we just got word that our co-hosts Hossein Leong, Fauzi, Laili and Sutasani are on standby at 3 different areas here in Singapore. Hossein, what are you up to?
I am actually here in the eastern part of Singapore with a beautiful family. I'm going to introduce them to you. This is Ezra, Linda, Leah and Eli. Hi guys! Thanks for doing this with us on National Day. What are your top 3 favourite songs?
Home, definitely.
Oh, straight away. Home, right? So we're going to sing this. Just the chorus, don't worry, no stress. Alright, here we go. This is home, truly, where I know I must be. This is where I won't be alone. For this is where I know I'm home. I'm home also can, because this is your home, you're at home. Well, you know what? During the show later on, there will be a sing-along section, of course. I want all of you to sing out loud and sing out proud. Now, even though we physically can't be together, we can be united in song. And when you're singing, why don't you video yourself, or you can take selfies, and you can upload it all onto your socials and hashtag NDP2020.
Hello everyone, my name is Sudashini and I'm here at Bendemeer with the D Cruz family. Hi you guys.
Hello.
Well, this year's NDP is certainly very much different from the years that we have had before, but I would really like to know, what are your favourite NDP moments and what do you think about NDP this year?
Okay, our favorite NDP moment is hosting our friends and family from different races, different culture. They come every year and it's really great having all people together and celebrating one Singapore.
Nice, that's really good to know. And I also want to know, do you have any fond memories of the pledge?
Yeah, I think for me it's when we were at NDP a few years ago and everyone standing up together to say the pledge together just makes us feel very united as one.
And this year is especially meaningful because when we say our pledge together, it connects all of us Singaporeans regardless of who we are or where we are, even if we are physically apart. So do remember to join us at 8:20 p.m. this evening where we renew our pledge to emerge stronger as one united nation.
Right now, I'm in Simei at the residence of the Phillips family. Let's come and join them. Hello guys! Happy National Day!
Happy National Day!
Okay, are you guys excited for the evening show?
Yes.
Okay, what about the fireworks? Are you guys excited about that?
Yes.
Okay, let me share some info about the fireworks this year. This year, the fireworks will be lighted up at 10 different locations so that more Singaporeans can experience it. But not to worry, if you can't see the fireworks from your windows, you can still be part of the nationwide light up moment where we encourage all Singaporeans to switch on their torches, their handphone lights so that we can cheer on each other. Right now, what I need you guys to do is to go to your fun packs and take out this sticker and paste it over your handphone lights like this so you can get this. Yeah, red lights all over. Go to your balconies, go to your windows so that when the light up moment arrives, you can make as much noise as possible, sing together so we can be excited together, okay? Yay! Over to you, Joakim and Rebecca.
Thank you very much, Hossein, Fauzi and Suthasini. We'll see you back here for the show.
And to you watching us live wherever you are, do stay tuned because the show will be coming up right after this short commercial break.
Because of who you are, I can be everything I am. Because of who you are, I can be everything I am.
As a nation born amidst adversity, Singapore marked her first year of independence in 1966 with the inaugural National Day Parade. That memorable parade showed the world Singapore's determination to overcome any challenges in her path. Every year since then, Singapore has made the conscious effort to celebrate the occasion with that same indomitable spirit. With 2020 bringing unprecedented challenges, we are once more faced with a period of great adversity. Tonight's show will bring stories of strength, kindness, and hope into the homes and hearts of all Singaporeans, reminding us that we will emerge stronger from this crisis, as we have many times before. And now, in reflection of these changing times, we bring the voices of Singapore to you in a very different NDP.
How many times have you heard them say the future isn't certain and everything must change? Well, all of my worries and all of my fears begin to lose their weight when I hold you near. If all that we are is what we believe, then I know I gotta be the change I wanna see. How easy we forget that everything takes time. Though nothing's ever perfect, but I still call you mine. Through all the years, every lesson learned, when each word can't be a blessing to listeners to love, can we afford to be kinder to others and ourselves? There's always room at the table and water from the well. I know a house doesn't make a home, but you're never really lost when you're never alone. I know a house doesn't make a home. When the stories that bind us, bring new strength for us to hope. I'll be living for the day where our differences they make us whole. How many times have we heard them say the future isn't certain and everything must change? My Singapore, my island in the sun. This is my homeland, it's where my strength is from.
Where I belong, where I keep my heart and soul, where dreams come true for us.
These black and white photos were taken in the 1960s and 70s by mechanic turned photographer Louis Hock Seng.
They show life in Singapore in the early years. They've been seen in various exhibitions all around the world, in Latin America, Asia, and Europe.
Back when you go away, I'd long for the end of the day, when the sunlight would fade, when the night birds awake. You'd always come home with this song. Gelang si paku, gelang, gelang si rama-rama. Pulang, marilah pulang, marilah pulang bersama-sama. Pulang, marilah pulang, marilah pulang bersama-sama.
I'm a very social creature. So me and my friends hang out a lot. We miss swanning each other, we miss making fun of each other, and we miss sitting down and ordering kopi after kopi.
我的孙他们有时候会找说 Where's 阿公 Where's 阿妈 Why so long we cannot see.
We missed our Hachong guys. Eating out is totally different from tapaoing food and eating in our own homes.
I do miss my family a lot and my wife. Okay, I really miss her teh tarik.
The daily walks that Lan and I take twice a day, a walk along the river.
Everything is all in standstill. One virus can really affect everything.
You actually realize there's a lot of things that we can not live with, you know, like bubble tea, for example.
Eat and sleep. Eat, play and sleep. That's how we do. My schoolmates, when I have online lesson, they will type nonsense.
Can you show me what is 1 meter?
It's like somebody sitting here, then you need to sit here. First you put on this side, then you put on this side.
Về sức lên lại biển là, làm sức lên quả khao là. Ai rồi, điện thoại kia để sổ làm béo khỏa hả? Anh đi không?
Singapore! You know, it wasn't so long ago when life was so much simpler, right? Like going to school, going to work, or just meeting up with your friends, huh? Hey, do you all remember what it was like before this new normal?
The scene that he faces each morning, a tableau of buses and cars. Then it suddenly rains without warning. Then every destination becomes very far. On some lucky days there are taxis, but of course he'll be stuck in a jam. Well, he can't complain cause the fact is he's got the situation firmly by hand. Driving past all the cinemas and shopping centers lining the boulevards, he contemplates and decides it's great here in Singapore. Singapore, so convenient, tropical, some more. Singapore, Singapore, full of tourists and department stores. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. And suddenly things begin changing. His world slowly grinds to a stop. Then his life goes through some rearranging. No more toilet paper or bubble tea shop. Each morning he wakes to restrictions, the worst being staying at home. But schooling his kids causes friction and makes him miss those happy days he could roam. End of day, order takeaway. When will this see the end? He starts to complain. He contemplates, then decides it's great here in Singapore. Singapore, no more tourists and department stores. Singapore, Singapore, he's a Singaporean to the core.
泡泡茶是块假落地 I had to stay home 'cause I didn't go be 我多多 4D can't buy for lao You gotta stay safe for confirm my Thinking a lot when I'm home Singing this song way out of tune 我老天天要出气泡 Singapore 不被造
城里的月光把梦照亮记住他身旁当有一天能重逢让幸福洒满整个夜晚
Aku lock pintu, duduk rumah FaceTime awet cakap I miss you. Aku rindu, tak dapat lepak dengan members macam dulu. Naik bosan tiap hari makan seorang aku merajuk. Tiba-tiba ibu cakap duit bajet kan sudah masuk.
Mesti tahan lasa, kuat berusaha. Cikun tata tertib, hormat orang tua. Barulah orang segan, hormat dengan kita. Bolehlah dinamakan orang Singapura.
Vanakkam Singapore எப்போ என்னன்னு பண்ண பார்க்கலாம் கவசமின்றி conversations முகத்தின் சிரிப்பை காணலாம் Let's get it going கூட்டத்திலிருந்து விலகுவோம் விரைவில் ஒன்றாக பழகுவோம் இப்போ நாம் பேசாமல் அமருவோம் தாய் வழி வந்த தங்கங்கள் எல்லாம் ஓர் வழி நின்று நேர்வழி சென்றால் நாளை நமதே காலங்கள் என்னும் சோலைகள் மலர்ந்து காய்கனியாகும் நமக்கென வளர்ந்து நாளை நமதே
Yeah, my mother Rajaki is calling me, telling her way please. I've been doing work, man, with my kids, 8 to 12, ADL. I've been going crazy, losing track of days. Things hit on our own, what I know, yeah, that's okay.
Solo, riwayat movie ini sedari dulu jadi perhatian insani. Bengawan Solo, my island in the sun. No matter where I go, I know I'll return to my Singapore.
我们是新加坡人正中核心
Dalam hati kita Singapore. Singapore makal to the core. Singapore makal to the core. We
the core. We are Singapore to the core. Singapore, Singapore, full of tourists and department stores. Singapore, Singapore, some convenient tropical, some more. Full of tourists and department stores. Borders and just kudos every floor. We are Singaporean to the core. Singapore.
So I wrote this song on the day circuit breaker was announced, and all I wanted to do was write about and reflect on everything that's changed since everything happened, to focus on what's around us rather than what's beyond us. And one person that's been there for me is my mother, and I realized that through everything that we've lost, all we got is each other, you know?
All we got is each other.
Hey, let me bring it back to a different time when things were pretty cool and there were no sirens. We were going out and there was no silence.
Let me bring it back, let me bring it back.
See, times have changed, and to be honest, I haven't come to grips with it. Made a lot of plans, now I just have to sit with it. I can't do the same, now I'm feeling really stuck. Not at home, but in here. And let me tell you why. I got a grandma, she over 70. She's independent but full of vulnerabilities. Like, do I visit? I'm scared of what I will bring with me. And here I am, exploring the possibilities. Cause she's at home alone and she's been giving me some calls like, Bila nak datang nenek wa masak for you all. How do I tell her that I shouldn't? That I might put her at risk. That to come together we gon' be apart for a bit.
All we got is each other.
I know it feels like a dream. But we gon' wake up someday. Yeah, we gon' wake up soon. Being at home got me reflecting on the things I've overlooked, like the touch of a hand or a page of a book. So busy chasing what mostly matters, I say it with quotes. While chasing that, we forgot what really matters most, and that's closed doors, family, going to a show, a little cup of tea at the kopitiam below, holding on to the mic when I'm up on stage. I used to do it every day, and now it feels like a distant dream. Yeah, like a memory, cause now the ordinary feels so far away. The world's in lockdown, MC or circuit breaker, stay at home, got no work, nowhere to go. So I'm looking at my phone and every day it's another headline on the news. Sometimes it's true and others it's a lie. So everybody gotta verify the truth, cause we got bigotry and hatred under the veil of a truth.
All we got is each other.
I know it feels like a dream, but we gon' wake up someday. Yeah, we gon' wake up soon.
The children see my parents on a daily basis prior to circuit breaker. It was very, very tough because even for myself, not to see my parents for a while. And the thought that I can't take care of her in person is a little bit worrying.
So they'll be thinking in their minds, what exactly is happening? How can we be there for them without being physically there?
திடீர்னு சொன்னாங்க இந்த மாதிரி வந்து MOH கைட்லைன்ஸ் பிரகாரம் நீங்க எல்லாரும் உள்ள தங்கணும். அவங்க என்ன கேட்டாங்க, நீ ஏன் இங்க வந்து தங்குற, உன் பிள்ளைங்களை விட்டுட்டா அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு. அப்ப நான் சொன்ன வந்து இதான் நிலைமை இப்போ நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு வெளியில.
I felt very alone because my mom was always there to help me work through my problems. We live really nearby the workplace. We couldn't even come inside and hug her.
towards the end of the first week, we were then in the US. The cases started going up. At that point of time, my panic was, how am I even going to get another flight home? The situation was pressing because I had my family with me. My husband was with me. My young son was with me at that point.
ஆரம்பத்தில் கோவிட் வந்து டார்மெட்ரிக்குள்ளே வந்தப்போ கொஞ்சம் வேகமாக இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆச்சு. ஒருத்தருக்கு இருந்தது, 2 பேருக்கு இருந்தது, அப்புறம் 100, 200 அப்படி ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சது. ஸோ அந்த காலகட்டத்தில் எல்லாருமே பயங்கரமாக பயந்தாங்க.
To most people, they've told me just be a number. But to me, it's not just a statistic. Because I've been in ICU for 10 years now, and I've seen a lot of deaths. And it's not something that you ever get accustomed to.
And when the patient passed, it sort of hit you like it could be someone's spouse, it could be someone's parent, it could be someone's child.
என்னோட ஃபாதர் வந்து எனக்கு கால் பண்ணார், இந்த மாதிரி அம்மா ரொம்ப சிக்காக இருக்காங்க, எனி டைம் வந்து அவங்க வந்து பாஸாகவே ஆகிடுவாங்க. அப்படி அந்த டைமில் நான் உள்ளே இருக்கும்போது அந்த ஒரு 3 நாள் வந்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப வேதனையாக இருந்தது. ஏன்னா என்னோட மதரை போய் பார்க்க முடியாது.
My parents just got tested for COVID. My friends in Singapore started to say, come home now.
We were in the ambulance and waiting when my wife turned to me and she said, do you realize that we may not get to see each other again?
That dreaded feeling that he's going to die or I'm going to die and I won't see my children again.
This performance is called The Storm, set to a composition by the French pianist Eric Satie.
If it feels somewhat dark and oppressive to you, that's because it's meant to be. The storm showing the darkness and despair that many felt from the horrible impact of the virus on our lives and Singapore's healthcare system. And in the chaos that followed, lives were lost, hopes were shattered, and routines upended.
Fear and uncertainty descended as well as infections climbed dramatically. Culminating in isolation and despair as the circuit breaker was implemented. Now, some of the dancers here are professionals who lost gigs and jobs. Others were working overseas but had to come back due to COVID-19.
And a number are young graduates from local arts schools, NAFA and LaSalle, who face an uncertain future due to the pandemic. So they really have felt the pain firsthand.
But this show gives them an opportunity to come together to help lift the spirits of everyone.
And to re-energize us in the fight against the coronavirus, which has left us exposed and vulnerable.
one thing's for certain: Singapore will overcome this unprecedented challenge and rise again, with all our joint efforts washing away the pain and the tears.
Leading to renewal and hope, new growth, and a bright future for all.
So I thought to myself, I, as an infectious diseases trained doctor, how could I sit by the backbench and watch the whole outbreak unfold before me? I decided to come back from my maternity leave to be part of the COVID-19 frontline response. I've really been training for this all my life.
When I first knew that I might be nursing COVID positive patients, initially I was quite worried, but the moment I stepped into the hospital, something changes.
5年前我就开始 step down from 我的 full time nursing， 我就去 health serve volunteer 了。我的孩子他跟我讲 foreign worker 的那个 number 一直在上，一直在上，你还要去讲不怕哦，是假的，一定是会怕的。
During the height of the pandemic, we were working 16-hour days almost every day, and I was already isolated from my family, and we don't see each other at all.
I have no second thoughts when I volunteered the Wuhan flight. I just want to bring the Singaporean back to Singapore. I also think that what happens if my family members are the ones stuck in Wuhan? Will I want to bring them back? Of course, definitely, I want to bring them back.
When Malaysia borders are closed, I was redeployed to overseas with dorm operation. It's a new experience for us, so we are not used to this kind of thing.
Right before we ORD, they did ask us whether we wanted to help out for this COVID situation at the front lines, and that's when I decided that it was a good opportunity for me to sign up for it and do something meaningful.
When I asked my wife, I'm going for this COVID-19 operation, I thought she would stop me. She told me, you have experience in SARS. Why don't you go? You can guide your juniors.
I do not ever want it to come to a point that we have to turn people away because we don't have enough resources, we don't have enough manpower. So that was my message for Singaporeans to stay home and stay safe.
The healthcare professionals integrated with the other member of the society to provide necessary support. So the unity that happened through this experience is something that will last forever.
我们帮忙人不是说 in good times 才帮忙 in bad times 我们还是要继续的帮忙。
At the end of the day, I think we're all playing our part as Singaporeans, trying to put our best foot forward, doing our best to keep our families and our homes safe.
I know what you're going through. I know you're hurting right now. I think I know what's on your mind. I'm right behind.
I can't wait to dive in and feel the coldness of the water wash away the heat. I stand with you, we'll see this through. I wish the sunset hues. Oh, we'll start anew together. I stand with you, we'll see this through. I wish the sunset hues. Oh, we'll start anew together.
I see you taking one step at a time. I know you're trying right now. Sometimes we feel like we are tied down right behind.
I can't wait to dive in and feel the coldness of the water wash away the heat.
I can't wait to dive in and feel the coldness of the water wash away the heat. I stand with you, we'll see this through. I wish the sunset hues. Oh, we'll start anew together. I stand with you, we'll see this through. I wish the sunset hues. Oh, we'll start anew together.
Walaupun jauh di mata, kata pepatah Melayu, tapi dekat di hati. Pekerja-pekerja yang melalui air mati Clementi ini adalah semua tetamu terhormat saya. Ini kadang saya fikir, adakah dia sihat, ke dia tak sihat.
在那个疫情的时候，大多数的国人都要留在家啦，所以呢，他们就会跑到 NTUC 来买东西了。我们必须要加长时间，赶快把那些货品补上去，让顾客可以容易买到他们所需要的东西。
So when schools closed and we went into home-based learning, how do you ensure that your kids are still engaged, remotely? So we started using social media, building a community of parents, students, and teachers. The idea is just to keep them engaged in that creative process.
அந்த கோவிட் சுச்சுவேஷனில் நான் வந்து ஃபாஸ்ட் டீம் கூட நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணேன். அதில் வந்து MOM ஆஃபீஸர்ஸ், போலீஸ் ஆஃபீஸர்ஸ், ஆர்மி ஆஃபீஸர்ஸ், டாக்டர்ஸும் இருந்தாங்க. ஏன்னா அவங்க தனிமையில் இருக்கும்போது அதிகமாக பயந்தான் வரும். ஐயோ நமக்கு பாசிட்டிவ் ஆயிடுச்சு, நமக்கு இது வேறு ஏதாவது ஆகிடுமோ அப்படிங்கிற எண்ணம் தான் நிறைய ஆரம்ப காலகட்டத்தில் இருந்தது. ஸோ அப்போ வந்து நம்ம அவங்கள்ட்ட பேசி அவங்களுக்கு தைரியம் கொடுக்கும்போது அது தன்னம்பிக்கையை கொடுத்தது. அரசாங்கமும் நல்ல விதமாக அவங்கள பார்த்துக்கிட்டது.
生意跌大概50%到70%啊。我 started Hawker United 是在 Prime Minister 闹3个 circuit breaker 那天啊，也给人家知道说有什么样 delivery 会 deliver 到哪里，也可以让那些食客可以找到他们要支持还是要找食物的小贩。
My daughter was sick. Daddy, how come you're still working? Everybody is now staying at home. So I tell them, daughter, I have to work because I'm an essential worker. To keep them safe at home, the risk that we have taken is great and worth it.
என்னோட கலீக் ஒருத்தவங்க கிட்ட சொன்னேன், அம்மாவோட சிக்னஸ் பார்க்கும்போது எனக்கு போயிடலான்னு தோணுது. எனக்கு என்ன தோணுச்சுன்னா, இங்கே இருக்க எல்லாருக்கும் நம்ம வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறோம், எல்லாருக்கும் நம்ம ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். பட் என்னோட அம்மாவுக்கு என்னால் அது செய்ய முடியல. ஆனால் அந்த டைமில் எங்கள் அம்மா கிட்ட நான் சொன்னேன், ஐ எம் வெரி சாரி அம்மா, ஐ கேனாட் கம் அண்ட் see you. ஐ கேனாட் டேக் கேர் ஆஃப் யூ. அப்போ வந்து எங்கள் அம்மா என்கிட்ட என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா, who say you are not taking care of me? You are taking care of me. நீ எதுக்கு என்கிட்ட சாரி சொல்கிற? என்ன மாதிரி இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு தானே நீ அங்கே செஞ்சிட்ருக்க, அதனால நீ இந்த மாதிரி பேசக்கூடாது.
Get ready for a duet with The Difference. Stephanie's son sings with JJ Lin.
And this beautiful cellist you see is Hema Izzati. She's only 13 years old. JJ Lin, by the way, joins us virtually.
JJ and I wrote this song for the heroes amongst us. They have kept Singapore going and safe. We hope you like it.
Just the other day I heard your voices right by here. Maybe it's all in my head, but still I feel you near. All the memories of your faces seem like days of yore. And if the walls are closing in, we'll find a window deep within.
I'll stay with you till the rays come through, till we find a way and we'd say, look what time has held true.
Stay with you, we will all come through. faces seem like days of yore, and if the walls are closing in, we'll find a window deep within. I'll stay with you till the rays come through,
till we find a way, and we'd say, look what time has held true.
Stay with you, we will all come through till we find a way. Me and you, we gather our dreams again.
Come round, I'll be here,
Right with you, stay with you till the rays come through,
till we find a way, and we'll say, look what time has held true.
stay with you. We will all come through till we find a way. Me and you, we gather all our dreams again. It may not all be the same. Come round, I'll be here,
Right with you.
When I had a bad dream, there was this giant coronavirus ball squishing people. I just woke up, and then I remember going to my dad and asking him if we could get food for the healthcare workers.
Children's emotions are very pure. I have a role as a citizen, but I also have a role as a parent to jump in, to honor the idealism that children have.
When COVID happened, we more or less realized that more families would be in need of food aid solutions. Husband and wives have lost their jobs. It was shocking to us that the numbers was drastically increased.
A lot of news media outlets, giving information about COVID-19 in either English, Mandarin, Tamil, or Malay.
The first thing I was wondering is how will this senior react?
Our take on it was basically to create COVID-19 video in dialect so that they can understand what is going on.
A group of mummies in Punggol West actually started to worry because they can't find suitable masks for their children. And then we went to learn and started to make masks. There is a lot of people who are joining us, regardless of race and religion, going all out to help sewing masks for our loved ones.
Students would be having to study from home. If they lack the digital devices, they will not be able to partake in this new education system. I put up a Facebook post asking people, hey, does anyone want to donate laptops? I'll wipe them, I'll refurbish them. And we had more requests than we could handle.
We've always wanted to do community projects, and the time came sooner than expected. We decided to take up the project to make these hand wash and distribute them to the lower income families so they don't have to worry about where to get them from.
Here's Nami with Queen Fisher, a performance about coming together to support one another.
In Queen Fisher, birds of different feathers unite and overcome their differences and rise above the challenges.
A lone bird stood still in the middle of the flock, wings over its face, unsure of its place. Should it stay or should it go? But why should you hide? These branches don't divide. Can you just imagine birds of different feathers flying in a flock together? Little bird, give it a try. Little bird, give it a try.
In less than 2 weeks, I went from being just one guy with one lonely Facebook post to more than 100 volunteers, 600 laptop donations, more than 800 laptop requests.
Within a month, we have about 3K of members in our Facebook. Mummies, grandmas, we even have kids who are sewing for us. And that's how we started sewing more masks for the beneficiaries.
这个 Hawkers United Group 可以团结小贩全部在一起啊，你帮我，我帮你，还有那些 customer 的 support， 可以让我们的 Hawkers 的 culture 还生存下去。
It only just takes a spark. What I was really surprised by is how much that story got shared, and more people started to jump in. Adults inspire children, children can inspire adults.
To me, Singapore spirit is Singaporeans getting together to solve one issue. It's very heartwarming to know all these people in the society that is helping out.
COVID-19 has awakened us, has opened our eyes, and it will build a sense of wanting to share. There were times when I just feel that I'm all alone, but I get the strength when strangers come and support what I do.
This is the time when you see the true colors of people everywhere. We get these little notes from kids who say, "Thank you for the laptops that you've given." We'll look back on this as a time when I think we all came together to be more than just ourselves.
I want you to understand. Because of you, I am who I am. Because of who you are, I can be everything I am. Show me how I should be strong. Teach me that I can be weak. Because of who you are, I can find anything I see. And in each other you'll be the colors of your tapestry, colors you've never seen. Here's to my home, to my homeland, to every shining crystal in the sand. Because of who you are, I can be everything I am. Here's to you, to my homeland. I hold this precious jewel in my hand. Because of who you are, I can be everything I am. Teacher, teach me to be kind, quick to embrace and slow to close my mind. If we reach that star, we'll have the universe in time. And in each other the fabric of our destiny. It's more than you and me. Here's to my home, to my homeland, a sea of shining crystals in the sand. Because of who you are, I can be everything I am.
When the public clap for us, I'm excited. My colleagues are excited. All these videos and personal messages that we receive really motivates us and helps us to soldier on.
Everything you need to buy now is delivered to your house. These are the people coming out of their house every day, bringing to you all the things that you used to go out and buy.
சிங்கப்பூர் மக்களும் அவங்க எங்கள் மேலே பரிதாபப்பட்டு நிறைய கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன்ஸ் வந்து எங்களுக்காக ஃபாரின் ஒர்க்கர்ஸுக்காக கொடுத்தாங்க. உண்மையிலே வந்து இந்த சிங்கப்பூர் வந்து எங்கள் மனசில் நீங்காத இடம் பிடிச்சிருக்கு.
I was at the boarding gate and I actually saw the gigantic SQ aircraft. I was just so glad to see them. I think nobody can imagine that feeling that I was feeling at that point of time.
Saya berterima kasih kepada pemerintah dan juga company SMRT yang telah membantu kita untuk meneruskan hidup kita selanjutnya.
The doctors and the nurses that took care of us, I see them as stars. They are the stars that shine light into our path.
There are everyday heroes to be found who are helping to keep us safe and sound. And together we can go to the future, for we know there are everyday heroes all around. When we look inside our hearts, find a place where caring starts, then we know what we must do. When the love and care shines through, when we move ahead as one, till the troubles are all gone, when the challenges are won, only then can we move on. There are everyday heroes to be found who are helping to keep us safe and sound. And together we can go to the future, for we know there are everyday heroes all around. So it's good to know we are not moving all alone. When we come together, we are strong. We belong. There are everyday heroes to be found who are helping to keep us safe and sound. And together we can go to the future, for we know there are everyday heroes all around. Everyday heroes all around. There are everyday heroes all around.
This pandemic has taught me the importance of kindness, patience, and behaving responsibly. But most of all, I feel safe and fortunate to be going through these difficult times here in Singapore. For if there's a light at the end of the tunnel, I know that we will get there.
Remember the days we set out together with faith. Remember the times so fine when we thought that nothing could stand in our way. Then things weren't the same. The life that we knew had to change. We struggled through the darkest storms we thought we couldn't tame. Together we've tried as we stood side by side. I knew we'd build a new world, a world of hope forever after.
Who COVID will impact the most are our children. They have been removed from the comfort of their everyday lives, but this gives us an opportunity to build resilience.
科技是它一直会在走，会在进步的，所以我们要跟着那个时代一起走啊。
I think the pandemic stripped away all the non-essential things, and what you are left with is just two things: a roof over your head and a family.
We are really maturing to become a more civil society, far more conscious actually of the needs of other people and how do we contribute to each other that way.
I always joke I 1 foot less, but I want to run an extra mile. If you take the concept of being an agent of good and bring out smiles, the world will be a better place.
做人就欢喜，就爱诚心，晓袂？就爱笑。讲个笑笑嘛是对的啦。
There's something good within the people that wants to offer their help, and absolutely for no returns.
When you battle through storms together, we'll be able to go further and be stronger.
So now we begin working together to win. Believing and trust, it must be possible to overcome anything. There's so much to do. There's so much we can contribute by sharing just a little love. We'll start again anew. So why don't we try? If we stand side by side, I know we build a new world, a world of hope forever after. Deep in my heart, I just know, right from the start, we will grow. Look where we are, we've come so far, and there's still a long, long way to go. With all of my heart, I don't care, I'll play my part, I will share. With family and friends, together we'll stand, and in the end, hand in hand, we will get there. Red and white, man up with them, together we stand, divided we fall, we fight for our dreams, from humble beginnings, we stand with our flag and we never back down. Sembilan belas enam puluh lima, through every test, whoever we are, hand on my chest with the moon and the stars. Deep in my heart, I just know, right from the start, we won't grow. Look where we are, we've come so far, and there's still a long, long way to go. With all of my heart, I don't care, I'll play my part, I will share. With family and friends, together we'll stand, and in the end, hand in hand, we will get there. To everyone watching, I hope you listen. Red and white, man up with them, we stand with our flag and we never back down. We got to stand together, to us in our good, forever alive. No height too high, we will get there.
Singapore sun starts to rise. And even though day's only dawning, he's looking forward to what will greet his eyes. A city so pretty forever, a place where he wants to belong. Created by people together, together we get better, mighty and strong. Feeling fine now on August 9th, when we can celebrate. No more quarantine. Feels so great now he chose to stay here in Singapore. Singapore, so convenient, tropical some more. Singapore, Singapore, he's a Singaporean to the core.
Lion City 这是新加坡的，红和白是我的国旗，这是我们的国家。Every single thing we do 都一定会全力以赴，别人的是是非非，我从来都不在乎。我从来都不在乎，自己呼吸跟他人呼。这个人物，这个人物，也是一种幸福。你的幸福，我的幸福，他的幸福。NDP, everyone watching at home. This one is for you. Hey, come on. This is our Singapore.
Balik rumah lepas mandi pakai jersey kita bola. Gaji masuk baju baru, rambut kemas kita masih sekat. Jumpa members beli makan bawa kolong kita selalu lepak. Tapi jangan lupa balik siang nanti semua kena marah.
Yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Feel the love, rasa sayang. Hey, hey, everybody at home, feel the love. Yeah, this is our Singapore.
என் சிங்கப்பூர் சகோதரன் பக்கத்தில் அமரு சாப்பிடு பெரிய feast. வாழை இலை banana leaf, தேக்க பக்கம் நம்ம வழி. தேத்தாரே மகமினோ முறுக்கு made by அம்மா at home. ஆட்டம் பாட்டம் கொண்டாட்டம் நம் மக்கள் ஒன்றாக வாழும்.
Everybody at home. Majid dalam pode. Ondraga சேர்ந்து கொண்டாடுவோம். Majid dalam pode.
Our Singapore, this that bossa is the bossa. Cooking curry, devil comes to my kusang mama with the sushi. Got that city on my shoulder. Kusang bossa is the bossa. I'm older, dreaming till I'm closer. Cause I know they work that nona don't matter different, but together we on that chinky nona.
Lion City, my Crystal family. Big news to Celebra. We gonna celebrate tonight. NDP 2020, wherever you are. We gonna celebrate as one. Young Raja, Faris Java, Sugar Shay, the Lion City boy, NDP 2020. Yeah. Lion City, you hold your family close. We're gonna celebrate ourselves tonight. August 9th, NDP 2020. You stand up if you at home, wherever you are, Lion City. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are one tonight. Yeah. Singapore. Let's celebrate ourselves tonight. Yeah.
Pulang, marilah pulang, marilah pulang bersama-sama. Pulang, marilah pulang, marilah pulang
bersama-sama.
My Singapore, my island in the sun.
This is my homeland, it's where my strength is from.
Rainbow of 1,000 colors lighting up the sky.
We build a brighter future together, you and I.
Where I belong, where I keep my heart and soul, where dreams come true for us, where we walk together hand in hand towards a future so bright.
Find a way to start anew. For there's comfort in the knowledge that home's about its people too. So we'll build our dreams together, just like we've done before. Just like the river which brings us life, there'll always be Singapore. This is home, truly, where I know I must be, where my dreams wait for me, where that river always flows. This is home, surely, as my senses tell me. This is where I won't be alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the next song coming up is performed by our virtual choir. They sent in their videos and their voices. Wherever you are here in Singapore, sing along. In 3, 2, 1, take it away, ladies and gentlemen.
This is my country.
This is my flag.
This is my future.
This is my life.
This is my family. These are my friends. We are Singapore. Singaporeans.
This is my country. This is my flag.
This is my future. This is my life.
This is my family. These are my friends. We are Singapore. Singaporeans.
We are Singapore. We are Singapore. We will stand together with a lion. We are Singapore. We are Singapore. We're a nation strong and forever.
This is my country. This is my flag. This is my future. This is my life. This is my family. These are my friends. We are Singapore. Singaporeans. This is my country. This is my flag. This is my future. This is my life. This is my family.
My fellow Singaporeans, it is true, we have gone and are still going through a very challenging year, and we each have our individual stories to tell. But as we look toward the future, let us pledge to build a more united and stronger Singapore. Singapore, I now invite you to rise to recite our pledge.
We, the citizens of Singapore, pledge ourselves as one united people, regardless of race, language, or religion, to build a democratic society based on justice and equality, so as to achieve happiness, prosperity, and progress for our nation.
Singapore, everybody on stage and off stage have come together despite it being challenging times to give you a show. And for the next 10 minutes, we humbly request that if you want to, give back. It's now time for the nationwide light up moment. If you have your phone torches, put the red filters on, stand at your corridors, your balconies, your windows. Just don't drop your phone. Do it safely. Sing along to these familiar songs. Dancers on stage, performers, send them all the love and energy one more time. Happy National Day!
Come on everyone, let's wave our torches in the air.
So you've heard Joachim, time to reach out to your NDP 2020 Singapore Together pack. Look for the red filter. There you have it, that's how you do it. Go to your windows, go to the corridors, go to the balconies, wherever you are. Join us in lighting up Singapore.
Doesn't Singapore look fabulous? You know what, it doesn't matter if you don't have the filter, just bring your phone, your torchlight, any form of light to your balcony. It'll do. Make us so bright. And we've got fireworks to help us, perhaps even be seen from space.
We have been the shining beacon in the region during this pandemic. We're 55 years old, we have come a long way, and if we stay together, united as one people, the future is bright.
One Singapore, one people, one nation, one.
You should be able to see the fireworks from where you are, as the fireworks display has been decentralized to 10 locations across the island. Enjoy.
Let me see all of you stand up. Let's go.
What do you recognize? Recognize you can play a part. Let it come right from your heart. Be prepared to give a little more.
That's right, Roseanne. Sing it. Everyone. Stand up for Singapore.
Over 60 stories high, some of these fireworks. 10 locations across the island.
Those of us at home, everyone wave your torches. Woo! There you go.
All right, Star Performing Arts Center. Let's try a little bit of synchrony right now. I'll lead and you guys follow. We'll go from your left with your torches, all right? Together, one, Singapore, and we go to your left, to your right, to your left, and to beautiful, beautiful.
So wonderful, synchronized. That's right, Joachim.
Every creed and every race has its role,
has its place.
One.
Wave along your lights along with us. Come on, Singapore.
As the fireworks go across the island, everyone in Singapore, let's raise our torches and wave our flags.
We are Singapore.
Who are we? We are Singapore. Yeah. That's right. Together as one nation. We will get there. Definitely get there. Whoa.
Everybody here at the Star Performing Arts Center, we're down to our final song. Dancers, performers, singers, energy one more time for everybody for our 55th birthday. Happy birthday, Singapore.
Keep your energies up and high, everybody.
What do we say?
Count on me, Singapore.
That's right, all of you at home as well. Count on me.
Count on me to give my best and all. Together, Singapore, Singapore.
Let me see your hands up like Sheik and Shay and Young Roger. Let's go. Here we go. The fireworks all across the island. Beautiful sight. But here at the Star Performing Arts, it's even more beautiful as well.
Give my best and more. Together, Singapore, Singapore.
Together, Singapore.
One
That's
more
right.
time.
2 more times. And one more to take it home. Together, Singapore. Here we go. Yeah. Woo!
What a special night this has been to see Singaporeans come together in this way.
It just goes to show, even if you are far apart, our hearts can still be united as one.
Let's do that by being kind and looking out for one another in the coming days.
And by continuing to support one another and care for each other, we can show everyone what the Singapore spirit looks like.
And before she leaves, let us thank Madam President for joining us this evening. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Oh, hang on. I think she's coming on stage.
Oh, she's coming on stage? Wonderful.
That's really special.
Oh, yay. Well, from all of us here at the Star Performing Arts Center to all our viewers watching at home or wherever you
You've been watching NDP 2020 live from the Star Performing Arts Center. Thank you very much for being a part of these milestone celebrations.
So we hope you enjoyed the show today. We ask you to stay strong, stay safe, stay positive as we fight this pandemic.
Because if we do all of that, we will be back for NDP 2021 a stronger, wiser, and more resilient Singapore. I'm Arnold Gay.
And I'm Yasmin Yonkers. Enjoy your public holiday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Singapore.
And in each other there will be the colors of your tapestry, colors you've never seen. Here's to my home, to my homeland, to every shining crystal in the sun. 'Cause of who you are, I can be every
everything I am. Here's to you, to my homeland. I hold this precious jewel in my hand. 'Cause of who you are, I can be everything I am.
This program is available on demand for free on MeWatch.
The National Day Parade 2020 Evening Extravaganza was brought to you by the following sponsors.
I am